we're still in this morning. No, right, this afternoon we're going to make traditional pasta sauce. Please don't go and buy the ragu sauces in jars, because A, it's a rip-off, and B, it's got lots of rubbish in that you don't need. It's really simple to make. Now, my ex-mother-in-law taught me how to make this. It took me 3 years to perfect it. The only reason I got passed, as such, is she turned around to my father-in-law and she said, in Italian obviously, "Is the pasta okay, Michele?" And he said, "Yeah, it's fine." And she turned around to me and she said, "You've passed." Now then, the only ingredients generally you need for a basic tomato sauce, nothing else in it, is onion, carrot, not much, I mean you really don't need much, and passata. After that, it's up to you what you add. Yes, you can add garlic, yes, you can add herbs, you can add meat, you can add, or you can do all sorts with it. But we'll start off with the basic first. Once you've got this, and I make 2 big pans full, I then put it into like takeaway tubs and freeze it. So it's there for a basis for cannelloni, lasagna, spaghetti bolognese, chili con carne, moussaka. You could do so much with it. Oh, minestrone soup, that is so good. In fact, the guys love that here. I'm making 2 big pots. I'm going to do 1 onion, and I'd say you'd say they're a medium size. 1 onion and 1 carrot in each. Right, I'm going to use rapeseed oil in this. You can use olive oil, doesn't really matter. They say about the temperature going too high on olive oil. Fire pad, put it on, turn it on, turn it up to about 8, because I want to get these going. I think I will put some garlic in this one. Still so clumsy today. Right, I'm going to turn that one down slightly. Gone down to about 4. Right, carrot, I've already peeled one. Right, when you're doing carrots, because they're round, obviously, if you cut them in half and then lay them flat, it stops them wobbling so much. So that's fairly fine. This pasta sauce, literally with 1 carrot and 1 onion, or whatever else you've got left in the fridge, like, I don't know, chorizo, you could do bits of beef, like if you've got them left over you could put those in, pork, you can do chicken in it, so it kind of cooks in the sauce. You can put anything in. Is basically the start of all sorts of things, with or without the garlic. If you wanted, I don't know, a stew, a casserole, do this and then put some celery in it if you've got it in there, some root vegetables. You could start soups off like this. There's loads of stuff you can do. Right, pepper in them, I like to cook the pepper off. And now we're going to add the passata and leave it. I might, actually I've got this meat, so I might add the meat now and then I'll put the passata in. I'm going to put 2 in each, and then I'm going to put, because I think there's some more tomatoes, or going off tomatoes, in the fridge, so I might as well get rid of those as well. Right, next. Right, because I've cooked off the mince, as you can see. Yummy, yummy. So you've got your onion, your carrots, tiny bit of garlic, black pepper, and I've thrown some mince in. And don't forget, we're not making a spag bowl. Different issue. Spag bowl's got lots of meat in. We're making a pasta sauce. So if you had, so how the Italians eat it, if you had, it's passata by the way, if you had pasta as a starter, which the Italians do, it's pasta with the sauce with a tiny bit of meat in. There's not a lot of meat. Plus they generally put chili on, chili flakes, and lots and lots of parmesan. Now then, when you've into these cartons like that, oh, Helen, why am I so clumsy today? Oh, fill one up with water, give it a swill, pour it into the other one. See, it's nearly clean. Passata wise, you could put 4 in one of these, it'll be absolutely fine. Alright, let's turn the next 2. Oh, what are these? I think these are about 50 pence, something like that. They're not very expensive. It's just pureed tomatoes, that's it, and there's nothing else in them. There's no sugars or preservatives, or actually I don't think there are. No, it's tomatoes. You basically cook and cook this. It's around about 3 hours on a really low heat, and that oil will go really dark red, and I mean really dark red. Then you know it's ready. It changes the flavour completely. Now one thing you do need in this, which people are horrified about, but if you actually look at the bought ones, they've got so much salt in it, it's unbelievable. Put some sea salt in them, and yes, you do put sugar in it. And I bet that won't be enough. Now then, let me just have a look in the fridge, because, oh God, look at the mess. It looks like a massacre. Because I'm pretty sure Steve, one of our designers, brings in fruit and tomatoes and stuff to eat through the week. Generally he just leaves it, and then on Friday afternoon he'll go and throw it in the bin outside because he's so guilty that he hasn't eaten it. So I'm going to have a look and see if we've actually got some. He is so terrible for this. Right, because we've got a super duper nest fridge here, and it keeps the fruits and salads and everything else fresh for so much longer. These ones, 7th of June. Okay, there's one mouldy one, but the rest are all right. They can go in. These are from the 5th of July. They're all right. You know, if they've gone a bit wrinkly, like that one's gone a little bit wrinkly, it's absolutely fine. These ones have got reduced. They can go in. So all I'm going to do, there you are, look at that. All those tomatoes that would have just gone in the bin, now we're going to put them all in here. So there's nothing wasted. I'm going to, you can see this changing colour already. I'm going to roughly chop these and just throw the whole lot in and just leave it bubbling away for the next, like I say, about 3 hours. So it'll be ready, what are we? It'll be ready about 3:30, something like that. It doesn't really matter if you leave it longer, it doesn't matter. But as long as it's on a very low heat, and I mean low, so it's just, you see that's just bubbling? You don't really want it bubbling furiously because too much of the water evaporates. Okay, so quick update on the pasta sauce. The guys have now all decided they'd like pasta for lunch, which is fine. So I've had to take some out of one of the pans, do the pasta in the other pan, cook this off. It's been cooking for about an hour. This one I've had to fill up. This one's still going, and as you can see, the oil's just starting to turn dark red. That's what we want. What I'm going to have to do before I serve this up is add some sugar. I know that looks like quite a lot. Believe me, just trust me on this one. Give that a stir. Now, whenever you serve pasta, please, please, please actually coat it first. Don't put dry pasta on a bowl. It's horrible. It sticks together. A bit more salt. Keep trying it. I'll have to add the salt and a bit more salt and a bit more some sugar to that one in a bit. Right, that should be enough. Literally, they're standing behind the camera waiting for this. Honestly. So you literally glaze the pasta. I've put some in the bottom of the pan. Give it a good turning over. And then pasta bowls. That's what these are all for. They're pasta bowls. Couple of ladles full. And then a bit of sauce on the top, and then lots and lots of cheese. Yum, yum. And there you go. Pasta's ready.